Hello and welcome to the first of my YouTube shorts. I am so excited to be here. I'm going to talk to you today about clean eating and what that means and why is it so rampant in our society and is it actually making you feel dirty? And so we're going to do a couple play on words. So clean eating is this subjective concept that you're going to be eating foods that are clean. So by assumption, that could be foods that have no preservatives, that have no toxins, whatever you deem that to be, that have no food colorings, that are maybe not packaged, that maybe don't come from a cow, that maybe don't have any bacteria or antibiotics. Do you see there are so many different definitions of clean eating. I have been in the health and wellness industry for 20 years. 20 years I have talked to people about their food, their weight, their body, what they're eating, how they're eating. And clean eating has never been more popular than it is right now. Meaning there has become patterns of obsession around reading food labels, or is the canned as good as the fresh? Is the frozen better than the fresh, or whatever? Staying away from packaged foods. I get the concept of wanting to put food into your body that is nourishing and is healthy, that helps to build health. That's not a bad thing to have health as a priority. But when it comes to how you eat the food, how you talk about the food, how you subconsciously have energy around that food, it affects your whole being. So let's take you're out to eat. You're out to eat with some family members and you go to a burger joint, right? A burger joint that just has burgers and fries and, there's not really any vegetables. There's not really fruit. Maybe there's water. Maybe there's like wings or something you can get for an appetizer. But there's not anything so fresh. There's not anything, so-called clean. It's all fast food, fried, packaged, processed. What are you going to do? Would you rather sit and not eat and not engage in the social engagement and isolate yourself, be hungry, and then not have the ability to emote, not have the ability to executive function, meaning using your brain that's fully charged, fully nourished, because of this fear that the food is dirty? That fear can come from a very deep-seated place in your body that now you're becoming intellectual with the food. It becomes, I need to go somewhere else. I need to go get food after this. I didn't bring my own food. I didn't bring my supplements that I needed. I didn't bring the powder that I needed. And I'm being a little dramatic with this, but it becomes so worrisome or calculated or intellectualized, you lose the ability to be present in the present moment with other people. Is it worth it? Now, there are exceptions to every single hypothetical situation. Say there is a medical component where you're unable to eat certain foods because it leads to medical pain. We're not talking about that. That is a different conversation, which we could navigate. You might be navigating a health concern where foods do impact your health. It could be a chronic condition like diabetes. It could be a really hard to manage condition like an autoimmune or chronic pain. So there's so many different layers to this, but in general, if your health is in check and you have the ability to eat any food that you can choose, but you're choosing to not because of a clean eating idea or a systemic defined theory that you have come up with or you have agreed upon that someone else has come up with, I want you to ask yourself and get curious. Are there other things happening for you that it's more than just the food? If you were to eat the burger and the fries, how would you feel? Would you feel shameful? Would you feel guilty? beyond the physical, maybe indigestion or rumbly tumbly bubbles in your belly because of maybe of the heavy fat content from the burger or the fries or whatever, maybe the emotional or the subconscious guilt from this idea that clean eating, there's a right and there's a wrong. Now you've messed up. Now you've eaten off plan. Shame on you. You've done something wrong. And do you see what happens when you have these plans that shame or authoritize food in a moral way? Then it becomes part of you. You have fallen off the wagon. You're being bad. You're choosing to go off plan, or you've fallen off the wagon. And when you get into cycles of this, your food selection is then related to how your body shows up and how your body is presented to the world. And then conversations around your relationship with your food and body become really muddled. So I think it's okay to choose foods under this clean eating umbrella, but choose it in the moment. Choose it because you want to, you get to. And don't shame other people that do choose to have dirty foods, because maybe that is what's best for them. Maybe the Doritos were their late father's favorite food, and they're engaging in something that just feels really good in that moment because they're grieving. Or maybe they're pregnant and you don't know that they're pregnant, and that food actually feels so nourishing for their emotional state that they're in because they're growing another life. And when your thoughts go to, oh, but that food diet is going to hurt the growing baby, you're in a systemic process. You're in an idea. You're in a, I'm out to prove them wrong. And that is going to stop connection. That is going to stop the joy. That is going to stop the relationship, because now you're fact finding, or you're trying to prove that what they're doing and what they're engaging in is not serving them. But it's not your choice. It's not up to you unless they ask, unless they're seeking out information, unless they're asking for advice on how to help build their health. Refrain from any side conversations or comments about other people's bodies, other people's choices of food, and stick in your own lane. I hope this was serving. I hope this is just an interesting conversation around clean eating, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.